So, Think and Grow with Toya D this week is going to be educating you all on the healing power of letting go. Letting go is one of the most powerful things that you can ever learn how to do. It changed my life, and it definitely will change your life. Letting go is one of the most powerful acts of self healing because oftentimes we hold on to things, whether it's pain that we had in the past, limiting beliefs, toxic relationships, even fears. And we hold on to those things that no longer serve us and thinking that they are part of who we are. And you have to learn that your true persona begins when you learn to release those attachments and make space for peace, make space for growth, make space for authenticity in your lives. So, I'm going to give you all some reasons why you struggle to let go. And these are the same reasons that I begin to understand of why I struggle with letting go and kept holding on to things that no longer serve me. It's the fear of the unknown. Because letting go often feels like you're stepping into uncertainty. Then we cling on to the familiar pain because it's predictable. That's why you have to understand why people stay in toxic relationships. You know it's not good for them, but guess what? They know what's going to come. They're familiar with it. So they stay. It makes them feel comfortable, even though it's bad for them. Then you have identity ties. This is a good one right here. Because sometimes we tie our sense of self to the things we hold on to. That's why I say your self image is very important, and you have to understand how you view yourself, how you think about yourself, how you see yourself. And for example, I'm this way because of my past. You ever heard people say, "I'm this is who I am, I'm never gonna change." Like, we all meant to grow, we all meant to change, we all meant to become better. So those identity ties is another reason why people struggle with letting go. Emotional investment. The time, energy, or emotion you invest into something can really make it hard to release, even when it hurt you. And that goes back to, relationships. A lot of times people stay in those relationships that's no longer serving them because they feel like they invested so much time. So you still gonna waste more time being invested into a toxic relationship that you know is not serving you? Anything that is not serving you. So you have to think about that. Now we're gonna talk about the cost of holding on. you A lot of times we hold on to things way longer than we supposed to. And we know that we need to let it go. And I always say this, if you listen to me and watch my videos, like, who told you to hold on to those things that's no longer serving you? Who told you to do that? Are you going to keep eating food that makes you sick over and over again? Are you going, if it made you sick, are you going to put it in the refrigerator and save it so you can eat it later? Who told you to hold on to those things that are hurting you, making you feel sad, that is no longer serving you? So, holding on to things can cause emotional drain. You're carrying on baggage that keeps you stuck in cycles of stress, regret, and sadness. Holding on to things that no longer serves you, you will not have room for growth. You will not have room for the good things that can come into your life. So when you hold on to things, you can block growth because holding on to what is not meant for you, it creates a barrier for new opportunities and new relationships, whatever that's good for you, whatever that is meant for you to come into your life. Because you holding on to something that's not serving you, you're not able to experience what's for you. Physical manifestation. We be holding on to things and we be doing it to ourselves when we stress ourselves out. So physical manifestation, stress from holding on can lead to physical issues like fatigue or tensions. So one thing I truly believe, stress is it's like one of the top killers. I believe stress can bring any kind of disease in your body when you're stressed out. But we become so stressed out because we keep holding on to those things that we do not have to hold on to. So we got to learn how to let those things go. So we just talked about the cost of holding on to things and not letting go. Now I'm going to give you just a little bit of benefits of letting go. One of the things that I always wanted for myself was freedom. I wanted to be able to create freedom for myself in my own little world. And freedom is one of the benefits of letting go because you can reclaim your energy and focus, allowing you to live in the present moment. A lot of times you're living in the past, and when you live in the past and always focusing on the things that happened to you, the negative things that occurred in your life, and guess what? Them things gonna keep showing up over and over again. You're gonna keep reliving it over and over again until you let it go. Letting go brings healing. It releases pain or resentment, and it creates a space for love, gratitude, and joy in your life. Sometimes we hold on to things that happened to us in the past. And even though we're not still dealing with that situation, we are bringing it into the next situation and create it all over again. So you understand letting go brings freedom, healing, as well as personal growth. Because letting go allows you to step into a more empowered, authentic version of yourself. And I'm all about self empowerment, and I've always been about self empowerment, and that's what I educate people on. But we do definitely have to learn the foundational tools so we can become the ultimate version of ourselves. So when you able to let go, you able to gain freedom, healing, and personal growth. Now that you know the benefits of letting go, now that you know what holding on to things can cost you, I'm gonna give you some steps on how to let go. So first thing you're gonna have to do is be self-aware. You got to be aware of yourself, and you got to be aware that you are capable of letting things go. So first you're gonna have to acknowledge what no longer serves you. You're gonna identify those thoughts. You're gonna identify those relationships or habits that is not aligned with the life you want to create. You have to sit down, you're going to journal, write it down, whatever you're going to do. You have to listen to yourself, watch yourself, watch how you talk to yourself, how you think about yourself. Like one thing I realized, just being able to become more aware of myself, sometimes watch what people say to you and you react off of it because there's something that you have to deal with. There's something deep inside of you that you feel about yourself. So you're going to have to learn how to forgive yourself and others because letting go doesn't mean condoning what happened, but it's really about freeing yourself from whatever bad situation happened, circumstance, whatever happened. You are freeing yourself. A lot of times you keep yourself chained up in your mind by holding on to things that don't serve you. Next, you're gonna have to learn how to shift your perspective. Your perspective is everything. How you see things, how you view things is how you're going to experience it. That's what's going to show up in your life. Because if you just say you have someone in your life, how you view that person, that's how you're going to experience that person. How you think about that person, that's how you're going to experience that person. And somebody can think of that person different and view them different, their perspective about them, and they're going to experience that from that person. That's why you see, some people experience different personalities from different people. It's all about their perspective on things. So you got to learn how to shift your perspective. You got to view the past as a teacher. Now, I'm going to repeat that you have to view the past as a teacher. And this is how I able to let things go. Like everything that happened to me that I did not like, that I did not want to happen, I had to view it as a experience that taught me something. And you got to ask yourself, what did I learn from this experience? So anytime something happens, what do you learn from that experience? Next, you're going to practice emotional release. And you're going to do this by journaling, meditation, speaking to someone you trust, having a coach, something to help you release those bottled up emotions. Sometimes I like to write things down on a piece of paper and I'll go outside and burn it. So that's the one of the ways, that I like releasing things, especially meditation, and that helps out a lot as well. And lastly, you're going to visualize your freedom. You're going to picture yourself unburdened. Imagine how light and peaceful and free you feel when you let all that stuff that been holding you back for so many years go. Imagine the peace that you have, the freedom that you have. You can begin to love yourself more. The things that was meant for you can start coming into your life because you are no longer bogged down and imprisoning yourself with the things that happened to you in the past. You are able to let it go. So, with learning all of this, the power of letting go, I'm going to give you some practices that you all can do. Gratitude practice, being grateful, just being grateful. It change your mood so quick. It'll change your energy, your frequency so quick. Learning how to be grateful for any and everything that's in your life. So you're going to shift your focus from what you lost to what you still have and appreciate. Daily affirmations. If you go to my profile, you'll see how I, set a reminder for my affirmations on my phone. So you can use statements like, I release what no longer serves me, or I am free to move forward because I love the power of I am. So you have to put I am, whatever you decide, put I am in front of it and write it down. You can set up a reminder on your phone. Set up a reminder on your phone so it can pop up and you can read it. Mindfulness. The importance of mindfulness. So you're going to stay present and you're going to remind yourself that the past does not define your future. Only reason your past is defining your future now is because you keep living in it. When you live in that past, it's going to keep showing up over and over again. Because letting go is not about forgetting or denying the past. It's about reclaiming your power. It's the act of choosing your peace over and over it over again over your pain, because your future self will no longer be fearful. Your future self will be free of attachments. So when you release what no longer serves you, you're no longer losing anything. You're gaining everything that was meant for you. You are gaining clarity. You're gaining strength. And you're gaining the ability to create the life that you truly desire. So if this really helped you, leave a comment, like, repost, share, and follow me on my other social media platforms. I'm trying to get a Facebook group together so we can have a community with like-minded people, and I just want to educate people, how to become the ultimate versions of themselves so they no longer have to depend on things outside of them to validate them. They no longer have to depend on things outside of them to take their power away. So they'll be powerful and be able to create the life that they desire and live in prosperity.